Well, a very warm welcome indeed, ladies and gentlemen, to this week's piece by Olivier Messiaen. This week we're in the Livre du Saint Sacrement, and the piece is La Source de Vie, the source of life. The Livre du Saint Sacrement was composed by Messiaen in the 1980s and is a vast theological undertaking examining aspects of the Eucharist and the spiritual significance of the Mass. Of course, Messiaen was influenced by the great organ masses of composers such as Couperin and Nicolas de Grigny, and he had himself composed the Livre d'Orgue in the early 1950s. But now we're at one of the great apexes of Messiaen's career, following on from his opera Saint François d'Assise. In La Source de Vie, we take as our quotation to meditate upon words of one of the great church fathers, Saint Bonaventure. My soul always has thirst of thee, O fountain of life, source of eternal light. And it's light that this piece really explores. In the right hand is a typical Messiaen melody, a very highly coloured melody for 16-foot solo stops, but also coloured with the 2 2/3 stop. So a very piquant, colourful duo between the positive and the grand orgue. Supporting this in the left hand and pedal are colour chords played on the strings of the récit. And of course, with the voix céleste, these strings immediately bring to our mind the colours of heaven. The chords Messiaen uses are the chords of transposed inversions, which he'd assembled into a massive set of chord tables, each chord with its own specific colour, and not just colour but pattern as well. So the chords of transposed inversions, later on in the piece the chords of contracted resonance. And to give you an idea of some of these colours, about halfway through the piece we hear colours that Messiaen describes as pink jewels, then a chord of grey, mauve and rose. We then have mauve, orange, violet and yellow. And a little later, as the piece draws to a close, the colours warm up to orange, mauve and grey contrasted with red, grey and pale green. And the final chord we hear, it's a very open-ended piece, for it takes us on to further spiritual theological examinations. For example, the next piece, Le Dieu caché, the God hidden in the Eucharist. The final chord is orange with bright yellow, red and warm brown. So here are the magnificent colours of Messiaen's meditation on La Source de Vie.